proclamation. I pledge allegiance to the flag
of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Father, we thank you for this beautiful weather today. We ask that you guide and direct us in all we say and do so that it may benefit this association and all of its members. In Jesus' name, amen. We had a chance to look over the minutes.
Yes.
I'll take a motion.
Make a motion, we approve the minutes of last meeting.
I'll second.
Any discussion? All in favor? Motion carried. Financial report.
You should have printed to get a copy back in the back there. We didn't have a meeting last month, so the August rolls right into September, so I'm just going to cover the September financial. September 2023 and 2022, the snack bar, we're just a little bit up on the snack bar from over last year. The tank pumping, we're down on that one. Remember, we stopped pumping when our trucks weren't working. We had outside people pumping, so we weren't making any income, and that should have affected the income and the expense. The golf course, we're down on the golf course over last year. The greens play a very large part in that. There's been very little play. They have temporary greens out in front of the greens, just a hole dug in the ground and a cup in there and a pin in there. And actually, I played here this week already. But very little play there, so that's going to affect the golf course. On the other section, we're up in all categories except for the miscellaneous income, so we're doing pretty good there. The administrative, we're down over last year. Security, we're down over last year. And the bathhouse, we're down over last year. The pool, we're down over last year. Remember that we allowed the members free access this year for part of the year, so that's going to affect that. The general maintenance, we're down over last year. Then the codes enforcement, we're up on that one. Remember, we had a person that resigned, or you may not know, we had a person in that position, codes enforcement, that resigned. In the miscellaneous section, we're up, and then overall, we are down this year over last year, year to date. That's all I have.
Tracy.
All right. I would like to start out by reminding everyone it is time to start getting stuff in for the newsletter. We need dates for events or golf tournaments or anything along that sort. We have 3 open board positions this year, 2 for Hidden Valley, 1 for Sugar Valley. We need biographies in and dates in no later than November 19th so that we can get it all put together and get it mailed out by Christmas. We got the pool winterized. This year I had a lady come out to winterize the pool for us. And a couple of us went out there with her, and she had trained us how to properly winterize it. She's going to come back in the spring and train us how to properly open it and get it set up so that we no longer have to have that cost in the future, that somebody inside the association can just take care of it to get rid of that cost. Reminder that the bathhouses will close November 1st. The men's bathroom at Sugar Valley is already closed for the season due to vandalism. Them trying to jimmy the lock and get in it. They made it where the lock was locking them in. So, versus I wish, but versus rekeying the lock for 2 more weeks, we have closed it.
Yeah.
Hard to get rid of them as they're locking themselves in.
Yeah.
That's fun.
We had our first annual Sugar Valley Lake Fall Festival, and we were using all the proceeds from that to raise money for a new playground equipment. We had a really good turnout for the first year, and again, we plan on improving it every year. We raised $276 towards the new playground equipment. And we are still taking donations, and then there are more events coming too, like the chili cook-off, to raise money for this new playground equipment, which I printed out a picture. This is the playground equipment that we're hoping to be able to raise the money for. So, I mean, it might take us some time. It's not gonna be an overnight we're gonna have the money for.
How much is it?
This is $4,150 for this set of playground equipment. It's gonna be safer for the kids. It's actually a commercial size, so more kids can be on it at once. And then we're also hoping to raise another $1,500 so that we can do some landscaping around the equipment, whatever that may be, just to make it fun and safer for the kids.
Tracy, is that 4,100, is that installed?
That is for
That's just the equipment.
The equipment, yeah. And then, so our maintenance, have traded down some broken down equipment. We traded off 3 pieces of broken equipment that hasn't ran in who knows how long. And we traded it straight across at no cost and got a used mower that works and a used carryall. So we're trying to clean up some of that stuff that we have no use for, but we're working with a guy in Iola who has like old golf course equipment and things like that, and trading some things straight across to get some stuff for our guys that work. We changed the phone carrier and the internet carrier at the Hidden Valley Clubhouse to US Cellular. So the switch saves us $35 a month, and it also gives us better internet over there where our credit card machine can be used and our system's not going down all the time. However, we weren't able to transfer the phone number. We've added the new number to the website and sent out an email blast on it. The new phone number for over there is 620-224-8335. Our greens are starting to fill in with bent grass. Maintenance has went out and they've re-spot seeded some of the spots where it didn't take or it's a little bit slower. We're using a different type of fertilizer now than the fertilizer we used as the organic matter to get it to grow. Now the fertilizer is to boost it and help it grow. Next week we're gonna mow it with the greens mower for the first time, which will allow us to better see the spots, and then we are continuing to put greens mix on it, which is the sand to level it out with the seed and with the fertilizer, which will help fill in those gaps. We've got all the sprinklers fixed. We've replaced the broken ones with new sprinklers. The guys have rewired the irrigation system, so the irrigation system now runs on the timers like it should and is properly operating. We've got a couple of leaks to fix. However, we can't fix those until we winterize the pump, and the golf course is closed for the season because we have to dig up part of the golf cart path to get to the leak. And then with the golf course, we got our cart lease came up for the carts that we had, and the carts that we had were 2016. We backed off. We had 14. I cut it back to 10 carts, and we were able to get brand new carts, 10 brand new carts with windshields, for the same price we were paying for the 14 used ones that were falling apart. So because it's very rare occasion, the only time we have all 14 rented out is for the Redneck Golf Tournament, but they rent some and bring them as well, so they'll just have to deal with us only having 10. Once the golf course is back up and going, we can always add more carts if needed. I wanted to give an update on the downpipe at the dam. We had the company out there a while back working on it. They have done part of the vertical pipe. They got down to do the horizontal pipe, and they realized that their company is not able to do it. So they have backed out of their bid. However, they have recommended somebody, and in the next couple of weeks, they're gonna come out and meet with me and meet with our engineer to get us a new bid to be able to complete that. But I just wanted to let you guys know where we are on that project. And as I get more information, I'll let you know, but that's all I've got right now. Joe, our lawyer, he's working on a publication for the paper for closing the storage lot, and he's working on getting a letter with all the information that we need to legally haul off that black trailer. He's supposed to have that to me next week so that we can get that published and we can get that letter sent and start getting that stuff out of there. We've started sending out, or we started sending our next round of past due assessments over to the lawyer. And we're gonna continue to go through them and send more as we're going through them. So for the assessments, we have 3,589 lots that are owned by members. Of those, 75% are paid in full, 8% are at the lawyer for collection, 1.4% the member is deceased, and 15.6% owe but are not in collections yet. And that's all I have.
How long do we have to wait for, is it 30 days from the time that Joe files that letter on the park or the storage area down there? So we have to wait?
So the letter for the black trailer, I think we're gonna give 15 days from the time it's delivered. We're gonna send it certified. The publication, we've gotta publish it, and I'm not sure if we've gotta publish it once or if we've gotta do it a couple of times, and then, I mean, he'll have that information listed in that window of time. And then we're also gonna take pictures of everything that's down there and make a file of what's there. So if the time comes and we haul it off, somebody can't say, oh, well, I had my brand new yada, 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 and say, no, this is what we had. And that's kind of our plan of action.
Any old business, guys? Is she done?
Yeah.
Tracy tells me we need executive session for up to 25 minutes.
Well, you guys are so important.
So if I could get a motion for that.
I make a motion to go into executive session for 25 minutes.
Up to. All in favor?
Aye.
I don't
You lost one.
He's parked around the hallway now. Tie a knot in it, Mark. Let's go.
Call meeting back to order. I'd like to make a motion, and I swore I was going to do this before my term was ended, so tonight's the night. I move we no longer have any Saturday meetings other than the annual meeting. And this is added into it. Move the monthly meeting, regular monthly meetings to the third Monday instead of the third Thursday of the month. That way, when people's down for the weekend, if they stay over for Monday, they'll be able to be here easier than if middle of the week like it is. So that's my motion.
I'll second.
Have a second, any discussion?
And that'll start next year meeting.
Yeah,
Our
that
meeting
begins
for
in
this
January.
year will will stay the same. That schedule will come out in
Check the schedule.
the newsletter.
Yeah.
I bought a calendar, so it's still around.
Yes.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. One other motion, we don't know when or if we're ever gonna get a pump truck back that works. The board feels like we need to go ahead and refund those that have prepaid. And with assessments coming up, we can either credit it to their assessments or write a check. So I make a motion that we refund the prepayments of the pump truck services at this time.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carried. Okay, new business, 2024 assessments. This cost of living report came out, and anyway, we was at 210, we'll be going up to 218 to reflect the cost of living per lot on your assessments. These are proposed fee schedules. We have to vote on it.
Yeah.
The board has the other fee schedules in front of them. Is there any other changes?
The only change that I am proposing on that is we've always done our boat ramp keys and our bathhouse keys. You purchase it one time for the $10 and then you trade it in. Well, we have a lot of vandalism coming in and a lot of repairs and things like that. I think starting out, moving into next year, it should be a $10 fee every year, just to try to recoup some of that cost from them tearing up curtains and tearing up locks, and like a one-time $10 fee, and we're paying the water and the pumping and the repairs.
Is that just on the bathhouse, or I see you
we
scratched
went-
it out,
yeah.
put it on both too?
We did it on both.
That would
So
help
it
pay for the dock,
reflected-
set your repairs on the dock down at the boat.
Yeah. I mean, it would just help generate.
But as far as cost per watercraft, that's all stayed the same?
Yeah, those are the assessments, and that are the only thing that's changing. I'm also proposing that we keep this next year, the half price annual golf for those who had annual golf again this year, because it was not how we planned on it being. I mean, the sheds and stuff will be full price like we did this year, so that won't change.
What
Can I ask a
percent, so
question?
what
I
kind
like
of
that.
percentage, I'm not good at math, what's the percent that you're raising? our
4%.
How much?
4%. It's less than 4%. Actually, it was 218, we raised it $8, and cost of living was 4.2%.
Not percent.
No, it wasn't.
Yeah, it was.
It was 3%. 3.2%.
No.
We just got it, I just
Well, I
read it.
won't know till next May when I start getting that DM check, so I don't know how.
Well, I just read it right before I came. They sent me an email actually.
Well, didn't we always used to go up to the 3% or whatever, and then when Steve was manager, he's the one that bumped it.
Supposed to go up the cost, you can go up, as rules and regulations state, we can go up the amount of cost of living.
Okay,
Okay.
so you're around.
CPI went up 3.6 or 4.2 if you take out food and housing. So we went in the middle. It's less than 4%, so we're right at 3.8, I believe it is. Get my calculator here.
Well, I wasn't gonna bitch tonight, but,
A, we went up 3.8%. 3.8% is what we went up.
I mean, everything's going up, it's just a pain in the butt that we're getting slammed.
Yeah, I'm wondering how much Medicare card fees.
But here's the thing for us too, the fuel costs, repairs, everything for us is going up as well, for everything we do here. So,
Right, I know.
If you haven't bought repairs lately, let me tell you, I have. It's killing me for farm repairs and stuff. So they got a license to steal since COVID. Everybody has.
I know.
I got a question. Do we actually need boats on these lakes that are over 100 horsepower?
Yep.
No.
Why?
So that's what mine's got on. Both of them.
I thought there used to be a limit of horsepower years ago of what you put on the lake.
There was.
There was? I thought there was.
There was a limit. I don't remember the limit. but
It's
there
in the
was a limit.
bylaws and code, it's pull up
Hasn't-
online and search on it.
Hasn't been since '99, I know that.
We did update bylaws and codes.
There hasn't
Are
been.
No.
Now, this is when we first came in 2001 when we bought. But, yeah. I read it.
I just think that's quite a bit of horsepower on small lakes.
Lance, I can tell you, I got a,
Well, it depends on the size of the craft.
yeah, I got an
For one.
18-foot
And I would
ski
do a
boat.
speed limit before I'd worry about horsepower.
I got an
I
18-foot
enforce
ski boat that has 135 horse in it. That's what it
I
equates
can
out
enforce
to.
either one.
And that's just a 4.3 Mercruiser, so that's a pretty common motor. It horsepowers out at 135. And that's about as small of
I
an
just
indoor
know-
motor that you can put in a
On our
boat.
lake over there, we got some pretty big boats floating around that thing that's screaming up and down it.
They really cause a lot of erosion. I mean,
The-
when those
the biggest
waves
thing
go
is
by
the-
on the shore,
like he said,
it's-
the whole-
It's a lot of damage.
Our dogs,
And the dogs
taking
too.
speed behind it.
Is there any way you could research what that limit used to be? Does anybody know if you have a better
Bylaws and
that?
codes have not been updated since their origination in the 70s, so either it's in there or it's not. And if it's not, you can make an HOA rule that governs.
I don't know. Any bass boat that's out there is gonna have over 100 horsepower on it. True bass boat.
People have already bought their boats for down here.
How
I
about
mean,
this speed?
to have them turn around and, now my boat's
Our
too
deck
big.
boat's got 150.
Well, I just
my
know
little 18-foot
that's a
ski
lot of
boat's
horsepower on a
135.
small
Yeah.
lake.
Deck boat's 19.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. Just a thought.
I mean, I totally agree, the big boats need to be gone, big deep V boats need to be gone. But, like Mark said, how you gonna
Boats
control
are
it?
damaging docks.
You know, how you gonna control that? Enforce it?
I'm hoping to have a wave runner going that I control the lake by spring. To be honest with you, we'll see what
You
happens.
do need a boat for security speed. Yeah.
Okay, anything else on the proposed fee schedule?
So are we gonna vote on,
We have to vote one way or the other.
And you're still
What about
doing
on
the
our
half
fee
price,
deal?
did I hear that right?
Pardon
Yes.
me?
The half price, okay.
Yes.
what about on the key deal? We're having a fee every year on keys.
Huh?
I protested that in Beer Bat. I won't even.
I'm
If I
fine.
can't make it to my house to the bathroom, or if I make it up here, I'm shitting on the side of the road, because I just protest that key thing, that just pisses me off. To be honest, makes me so mad that we have to keep that.
Well, the
thing
reason we
locked
have
up.
to do it is to keep
I know, it was my old.
vandalism, you know.
It was my old neighbors who started the vandalism, I know all about it, yeah.
So next time you get pissed off, go over there and take care
Well,
of
they
your
don't live
neighbors.
there no more, and the mom's overdosed, so we don't have to worry about that no more.
Wow.
Yeah, she did, she overdosed up in town. You're going on 2 years in March,
Okay.
No
so.
motion,
You ready for a motion?
or you want to table it, whatever. Yeah, go.
I make a motion that we approve the proposed fee schedule for 2024 as presented.
Second.
Any more discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
Opposed.
Motion carried.
I'm sorry, which motion?
I lost my,
The proposed fee schedule. Proposed fee schedule.
Okay. Community reports.
Okay, Recreation Committee, this Saturday we're having the first annual chili cook-off. It costs $20 for your chili. All proceeds from this event will go towards the equipment. We're having a kids Halloween contest, hayride, trunk or treat, if you want to do, decorate your golf carts or your cars. We had a very successful water aerobics over the summer. I think we made over $500, bought new furniture for out of the pool and some other stuff. We just started the indoor cardio, chair yoga exercise this week.
Cardio.
About 7 or 8 of us get together on Tuesdays and Thursdays. It's been really good. We're sore. November the 11th, we have our Thanksgiving dinner, which we will be doing the turkey and mashed potatoes, and everybody bring their sides and that. So that's what I have right now.
When do you do the aerobics on Tuesday, Thursday?
8:30.
I have an audit committee meeting scheduled for November 24th, or October 24th. So, at 9 o'clock.
20,
We're
26.
done by, it's only 30 minutes.
25th, I'm sorry. Oh, it's only 30 minutes.
We're usually done by 9 o'clock, right
Good
around
deal.
9 o'clock, so yeah, we do good. Might be a little late.
It's okay. Thank you.
There's no piece for
I thought you were going to join in.
They invited me to join in the water aerobics, but all those ladies were out in the pool, and I'm going, I don't think so. And then he laughed at me when I took off my shirt at the pool this year.
Any other committee reports?
Yes. I kind of just mentioned the audit committee. We were supposed to have an audit committee to take care of May through August financials, and we couldn't get enough people together. We tried several dates, couldn't get enough people together. We've added another member to the committee, lady back there in the booth, Kathy. So we have 4 now, plus myself, and we did schedule a meeting for the 25th? 26th.
26th.
I can't get the date. Anyway, 26th, and we'll be doing the 4 months for May through August, and be presenting that to the next board meeting.
Anyone else?
Rules and regulations?
You're next.
Oh.
As soon as we get through committee
It's a
reports.
committee.
Well, I put you as an agenda.
You're on the
Okay, got it.
agenda. We'll get you. Anybody else? Lori?
Everybody knows about me knowing your
Hey, well, before you go into all that, was you gonna announce anything on the agenda thing? Are we gonna go on that?
Did we go on our surprise? What do you want to do?
I think you
What
need
did
to
we
announce
find,
it.
what did we finally decide? We didn't make a decision, did we? You gonna do it before?
I think, yeah, I thought that's what we decided.
I'll give you my number.
Thank
We
you.
decide.
Before. We're going to do before.
He's talking about it.
Before meetings. So, we're not actually gonna start until 7.
Second session at
Call
6:30.
it at 6:30.
And then
Start at
agenda
7.
items only.
Okay. An agenda item, okay. I missed something from executive session, I apologize. I'm going to change up the meeting order a little bit. Is this starting next month or in January?
January 1.
Oh, cool. Executive session, we're going to start meeting at 6:30 as normal, but we will immediately go into executive session for 30 minutes. So the regular meeting, even though it started at 6:30, there will not be any business or any discussion out here in the open floor until 7 o'clock. Okay, when we call the meeting back to order. That way gives the board a set time to discuss things and not always rush to get out in 5 minutes and have people sitting out here waiting impatiently on us, you know, whatnot.
And keeping time on us.
Yeah.
Good way to start.
Oh, it was early tonight.
Hey,
So,
and the other-
And the other thing,
you're anticipating the need for an executive session session at every single meeting?
Seems like there is, yes.
Because they have to be together to talk. He can't call him no, I'm gonna say Oklahoma.
Oklahoma.
I know.
Quiet, please.
I thought that executive sessions were supposed to be for those employee-type items that you did want to discuss in public. But if you're discussing things that would be what the dues are going to be and those kinds of things, we should be able to hear that.
We discussed that in the open meeting, what the dues are
But,
gonna be.
well, yes, but when did you decide on the number? Was that in executive session?
No, that was on the sheet
That
that was
wasn't
printed
brought
out
up in
beforehand.
executive
The
session.
topic was on there, but the amount was not. So anyway, if you're using it to conduct business and not.
No, we cannot conduct any business in executive
If we
session.
conduct business, that's come back out here.
That's the reason when we came back out, I made the two motions earlier.
But those were the motions that you talked about in executive session?
Yeah,
Again, I thought that executive sessions were supposed to be for employee or legal.
it's not
issues.
just for employees, no, or legal,
legal issues.
no.
So maybe you should start your executive session at 6 and then the other meetings start at 6:30.
No,
So you don't inconvenience.
some people don't
everybody.
get off work and have a hell of a time making it at 6:30
Well, you need to
anyway.
get off work a little early one day. I'm just
Um,
shitting with you. God.
The other thing, open forum, beginning in January. Anything brought up in the open forum must be on the agenda of the meeting that we just had. Now, if you say, well, it's not listed on the agenda, I can't talk about that. Well, if Tracy brings it up in her manager's report, or if it's mentioned by the board, then and you have a question, yes, you are welcome to bring it up. If there is something that you want to bring up that you don't think will be on the agenda, just simply get with Tracy. She'll put it on the agenda if she cannot work it out.
Can that be published out on Facebook so people that's not here
Right
tonight?
on the website.
It needs to be
On
on
the
the
website,
website.
I meant
Can we do that a week ahead of
I
time?
will start posting.
just
it.
so,
But that starts, this all starts in January.
January, yeah, just so it's kind of out there.
Yeah, we'll start posting it on Facebook and on the website.
Just trying to make things more streamlined, more orderly for the meetings and whatnot.
Still 2-minute limits and all that.
Yeah. Okay.
Lori, rules and regulations.
Lori Larry, and I'm representing the Rules and Regulation Committee that we started meeting about 8 months ago. We met regularly throughout the year with 9 members and Lauren to help us look at discrepancies between the bylaws and covenants and the HOA rules and regulations, and also to clarify interpretations of the rules, because there seems to be a lot of confusion about the rules. And also, we tuned them and offered some additional suggestions and updates to the rules. So Tracy has emailed to all the board members the booklet that we added to. Tracy provided me with an online version of the bylaws and covenants and the HOA rules and regulations and all of the permits. We merged those all into one booklet, and the idea is it's a one-stop shop. If somebody needs a permit go forward, here's an email version of the whole booklet. Because people are not clear about what the rules and regulations are, or where to find them, because there's even an HOA sometimes. So that's one of the things we came up with. But I also put a cover letter in that got emailed to you all that sort of outlines a few things where we have gaps. We worked with Mark and different people to determine the biggest gaps that we have. And we had issues about, first of all, what the rules are. There's confusion about them and a lot of misinformation spread around. So we offered some bullet points on suggestions about how we should improve that. One of them is what I just mentioned, making them all available. We also were requesting that.
Bye.
We were requesting that hired employees, board members, all maybe make sure that you have read the bylaws, covenants, rules, and regulations, since you do represent that here, and maybe even sign an acknowledgement, when you're hired and things like that. And then also the who, so there's a whole lot of jobs and tasks that are defined. You need some? There's a whole lot of jobs and tasks that needs to happen, everything from permits to, you know, everything that happens around here that's listed in the rules and regs. And so there's confusion around who's responsible for what, and we made suggestions based on that as well. And then also for permits, the permits they've been updated recently, we included those in the booklet. The idea there is that everybody follows the rules of the permit, there's supposed to be follow-up, stickers issued. And right now, like the snack bars handing them out and stuff, so we need more consistency and organization around the way that those rules and permits are done. If you get a camper permit, security should be putting it on the camper, and all of that's outlined as well. Some of the big highlights for the actual rules and regulations that we came up with are, for example, consistent fines throughout all violations, so that there's a three-tiered level of fines, and then you lose privileges, and then they can go on to the county for follow-up legal means and liens and stuff if needed. And then also we drafted a version of how to enforce anything, because that seems to be a big issue as well. So we're suggesting there's a form, and anyone who's an owner in good standing, a board member, a manager, a hired employee can, I'm not going to get into the big details, but you have to cite which rule or is being violated and why you think so, any evidence you have, and then there's a prescribed follow-up that happens after that by the board and the managers, et cetera, to see through. At your discretion, you determine what happens with that next. You can only file one once, so it can't be abused, just things like that. There needs to be good processes in place to support the rules and regulations that everyone has agreed to so that they make sense. So we've presented to you. We ask that you read through. The HOA rules and regulations begin on page 21. There are no updates before page 21 on the bylaws or covenants or anything. So if you could just read through what we presented and also the cover letter, and then make your decisions, feedback on what things you don't like and would like to see changed, or if you're ready to approve those, then we'll look to get those in by the beginning of the year as well.
Very good. Great work. I know you guys put a lot of time and effort into.
People care, and we want to have a great community. And I think there's just too much unknown that needs to get reeled in and put some processes around it.
So then we'll get a copy of that, like if we.
Oh, the
apply
idea,
for a permit?
the entire booklet should be posted on the website, so you can grab it at any time. If you can't do emails or electronics for some reason, maybe the office will print one for you. There should be a hard copy up here at all times. Maybe we'll have it bound, that cute little story thing. And that people need to be able to access it to know before you can follow anything or make up what the rule is.
Make up our own rules.
And so if you get a citation and you disagree, there's an appeal process, and it's all timely, so that you don't have to wait forever. And it's just simple, neighborly. All these rules are about not impeding on your neighbors, really. It's not trying to make, everybody adhere to a bunch of stuff we don't want to do. It's about being a good neighbor. That's all.
Good job.
And we're gonna table this till.
Yeah,
the
we
next
gotta
meeting.
look it all over and Doug's gotta look it over. There'll be, they've had 8 months, so we're gonna take a month or two and look it over.
Yeah, sure.
Discuss it, and see.
And a lot of it was just wording.
Yeah, it was clarification.
Clarification in the wording
Yeah.
is what most of, there was really nothing
And we can't.
seriously changed in any of it, really.
We can't go against the bylaws and covenants, and we can't go against the county, because that's actually above our bylaws and covenants, so that's the order of priority right there. Also, we pull up here, we need to understand clearly what the county will and will not do for us. And I think because Dave has been on, Darren has been on, he's brought a lot of information there, and he's also representing us at his county meetings. which is
Well,
great.
the county rules have changed so much in the last
Yes.
year.
But they're good.
And,
They're already
so,
issuing citations and such.
yeah, they can do a lot more now
They
than they
can
ever
clean
could
up
before.
things that are grotesque, which we have a lot of
Exactly.
heinous things.
Pretty sure they already had a list. Top 5 or something like that.
I've seen some cleanup happening around.
Okay. Anything else? Okay, open forum. Again, you have to take Tracy. Don't bring it here. She gets paid. We don't.
Number one.
What?
I'm coming up too.
And please keep it short, 2 minutes preferably. State your name, what lake you're from. Mike, you is up first.
Mike Denton, Sugar Dry Lakes. Tracy, I talked to Tracy about the boat ramp today. I'm just kind of curious what you found out, if anything. David may be able to enlighten us on some of this, I'm sure. That boat ramp, big, was down there yesterday afternoon. Me and my dog were gonna take a little ride on the lake and went back in, and there was boulders the size of your head on the boat ramp. Hell, I look up and I seen a trailer pulling out of there with a pontoon, big long pontoon, and they drug a pile of rocks off the boat ramp. Said there was a pile of boulders at the end of the boat ramp, and I got to looking in clear water and I could see it, but I didn't obviously put my boat in, because the boat ramp was covered. I didn't know what the hell was going on, how those rocks got there. If the water's that low, they backed out and drove them back up on there.
Well, I know at one time, if you got off the end of the ramp, you'd fall in pretty good, so I don't know, maybe
I knew that, there's a lip there. on that
self-help,
boat ramp.
maybe somebody tried and it didn't work out too good.
Well,
Something we might want to address while the water's down though, if possible.
Yeah, by
I don't know
sending
if
maintenance
anybody's seen
down
it.
there today to check it
I've never
out.
seen it like that before, so I just want to bring it to your attention so nobody gets it.
Yeah, I've only been on this lake once this year. And the water wasn't down too far then, but we didn't have any trouble getting in and out.
Over
That-
the years, the last few years, I don't.
But I know last year when people were trying to get out, they've had a hard time because the water was down so much.
Long trailers hooking their tire on the edge of the boat.
Yeah. I'll have to,
That
I'll go down and look
almost
at
looked like
it.
it'd been dumped in there in the last year, and I was like, where the hell did that come from?
Don't know nothing about that.
That's all I
Okay.
got. Thanks.
Next, Kathy.
Had a bigger stature around the lake. I just wanted to wanted to go back to the January 1st changes, executive session, 6:30 to 7, open forum must be on agenda, 2-minute limit, as per is now. Did you guys vote on that? Is that who we voted on?
Not change,
Okay.
not to change meeting
That's all I'm
agenda. No.
Okay, thank you.
We've moved agenda around before, you know, we put open forum at the end and different things. You can set your agenda up however you want.
Toledo Park, Sugar Valley. At the last meeting, I had told you guys about a property down on Meadowview Drive that was a mess. I don't know if you guys contacted them or if they just showed up, but it's cleaned up, so if you
More than likely, the
got
county,
on to them, I hope you did.
probably the county. The county's got a lot of pull now in cleaning up these places. They changed their bylaws and stuff. They've been working on it pretty hard and have got it enforced, and that's a big plus for us.
Well, the maintenance crew is cleaning around the pond down there, and so that house backs up to it. But there was an actual tree company down there yesterday cutting all the tree. I mean, I drove up, I'm like, oh my God, you can see the house now, so I don't know.
Yeah,
But
they
thanks
have
to
been doing a
whoever got
bunch of
on.
work down there.
Do what?
I said they have been doing a
Yeah.
bunch of work down there.
But thanks to whoever told them to clean it up.
Anyone else?
I might mention, I got a thank you from a member. Apparently, we cut the grass on the dam at the 3-acre lake where the 3-acre comes into, hooks with a big one. And we cut the grass and they appreciate it.
More than what you got.
We're gonna put a group together. We're having there's nobody here from Hidden Valley except Dave and I, but they took the blacktop off our road in front of the lake down there. And
Yale Road.
Yale Road.
Oh,
And
the
they-
one with all the.
Oh, it's worse now. It's worse
It's
now.
worse now.
So we're trying to form a group of people together to to get on the agenda of one of the commissioners' meetings down at Fort Scott and see if we can. There's been some rumor out that they're going to put it back a year or so down
I
the
thought they were
road.
gonna pave it, I thought I read.
Well, but if you know Bourbon County, I don't know where they're going to come up with the money. 'Cause
They did the 2 miles west of the entrance 2 years ago and haven't paved it. They paved a half a mile of it
Right.
from Lynn County down the hill, and that's it.
So our goal is to get that paved back again over, and it's a throughway between Blue Mound and Mapleton, so it needs to be there. But,
Yeah,
so anyway, I just wanted, if there's any, if you see any of those people, or I know, I seen Mr. Trotter the other, a couple nights ago, and we're gonna try to form a group to go down and our goal is not to go down there and raise holy hell. Our goal is down there to find out what the plan is. Let's see if we can, there's a lot of taxes paid out of Hidden Valley Lake to Bourbon County, so we think we ought to be able to have a blacktop
well,
road.
yeah, that road is horrible.
Because it's safety concern for an ambulance too.
That's true. Yep.
So it's just gravel now?
Oh, you can't go over 40 mile an hour on it. It's worse than gravel. It's worse than gravel.
I take the long.
Is it milled? What they do? Oh, because I know there's big holes, they just mill them.
They
with the
ground it
top.
up and then bladed it back into the road. Said they're getting ready for asphalt, though. Can't believe it.
Well, we just need, if we get that group down there, it's gonna be, they're gonna be explained to that it's gonna be
So when
videoed,
is- so
so
when
we're gonna make sure they do it.
So when is the meeting you're going to?
He was working on putting a group together, so I don't know what the date will be yet. So it needs to be before very long. I'm sure they're not gonna do anything till spring anyway. You can't pour asphalt in the wintertime.
Make a motion to adjourn. Oh, yes. I make a motion that we adjourn.
I'll second.
Moved and seconded that we adjourn. All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you.